I know. Philadelphia, Birds Fly, Talk Nation, Eagles Nation. What is going on? It's Kevin Taylor here, and I have been waiting my entire life to see that Vince Lombardi trophy come down in the hands of the Eagles and hear that music, that old sweet sound. I tell you what, I just think about it and it gets me choked up. I can't believe we did it. I really can't. And at the same time, I can because the fortitude of this team to just keep persevering through everything, through all the injuries, all the storylines that we had this season is a season like no other. Everybody counted us out. The birthplace of the underdog. We are the underdog. It's the year of the underdog. And so I'm making this video right here, right now, to share with you my story. In the past week, and obviously you've been following along for the entire season, but just what that Super Bowl victory was like in my household with my grandfather, you guys know, who's been a season ticket holder for 50 years, and on his 50th year they finally get it done. Just an amazing moment with him. Touching moment, got to, shed a tear with him, give him a huge hug. I wasn't recording it. Actually, my brother, who's from DC, lives in DC now, came back up. He's not even a huge football fan like that. If he had to root for a team, it'd be the Eagles, but he doesn't follow it like that. But he even came up and was watching with us because he knew how big of a deal this was to us, and he loves us like that. So he was with us too. And he actually caught the moment on tape for a brief moment. So I'll share that with you guys. Just an amazing moment, like I said, and just a funny story. I am very religious. I'm a Christian, and I'm like, there's no way God was not involved in this Super Bowl because just some of the things that happened, just is like, how can you not be like? My grandfather's like 50 years, so obviously like 50th year they get it done. That's crazy. But something even crazier. And this is gonna sound crazy, but it's the absolute truth. And I told it to people the moment it happened, like the moment I heard it. But anyway, long story short, my grandfather was in the car with us. We're going to the game. I think it was a 49ers game. And he said to me, Kevin, someone at the barbershop said to me this week, we're going all the way this year, and Nick Foles is gonna be the one to do it. He's taking us all the way. Now, I don't know if this guy told it to my grandpa just because maybe this guy wasn't feeling Carson or he just thought that Nick Foles was going to emerge. I don't know. But my grandfather said that to me. I told him, don't you ever tell me that again. Don't you ever put that in the air. And sure enough, on December 10th, when Carson Wentz went down, my grandfather texted a bunch of us in a group chat and said, hey, look, all Eagles fans, don't something like keep hope alive, it's still going to happen. And that resolved that belief. He had that with him all season. He believed it even when Nick Foles wasn't looking too good. And I was telling him, like, Pop, I don't think it's going to happen, because I didn't think so. After that Cowboys game and that early pick, I really was doubting Nick, and he proved all of us wrong, and I am very happy to say that. But anyway, and I'll show you those text messages too. And I have other people who know about that story, who are great friends of mine, and it sounds crazy, but it's the absolute truth. But anyway, my grandfather's probably watched this video now, and he's like, "Yep, I told you so." But anyway, I'll share the videos from the Super Bowl, champagne, the toast, everything, and then some of the action. We tried to get in Philly that night. They shut the trains down. Whatever, everybody was just mobbing in the streets. It was excellent. And then what we did for the parade, a bunch of us, we woke up, like, caught the first train in, and we actually were very prepared. We brought step stools in our backpacks, scooters, and we got all the way from 30th Street Station to the front of the Art Museum down the Parkway in less than 7 minutes, which would have been like a 35-minute walk. So we were able to get first row. We saw everything, stood out there for 9.5 hours. And look, all of this just to say that, this team, this city, what this Vince Lombardi trophy means to all of you. It means just as much to you as it does for my grandfather, as it does for the guy who's 99 years old. So many great fans out there. I for one, I run an Eagles page, and I know that I am just as big a fan as the guy who's watching this video. We're all equal here, because we all bleed green here. And that's something that it's like no other fanhood out there. I know we are the best fans in the world. I'm convinced. I know it for an absolute fact. It's factual. So don't try to argue with me with that. There's no other fan base like Eagles Nation out there. And just like Jason Kelsey said, man, hungry dogs run faster, and we have been starving starving for years. So look, you can check out this video, this montage here. It's got a whole culmination of this the past week. Tribute to all you Eagles fans out there who went through the down times, and hung tight. I'm talking about trading Shady away and crying in your dorm room. I'm talking about losing 4 NFC championship games in a row. I'm talking about the Buddy Ryan years amounting to nothing. Rich Kotite, Randall Cunningham leaving, Reggie White leaving, just all the down times, the not amounting to everything that we were supposed to. T.O. not pulling through with this team and not working out, and just everything that could have came with that. But I stand here before you today, and no one can ever take it away from us. No one, ever, forever. We're champs forever. And that's just a great feeling to say. I don't have to hear about how many rings you have now and blah, 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 because we're above that. We're done with those days. And now it's time for, dynasty building and new norms here in Philadelphia. So anyway, from my heart, the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for everything. Check out this montage. This is my story. Just everything I have footage from this past week. Go Birds. We're Super Bowl champions. Here it is.
Hey!
Here we go. 4th and 10. This is it for New England. 4th and 10.
This is it!
This is it!
Brady fires.
That's it!
Oh, man! 50 years!
Season ticket holder, 50 years! Thank you, folks!
Oh, man!
Hey, look, we'll take that outside, man. Let's take that from Eagles. And this is also to Yacht. 50 years as a season ticket holder and many more to come. Yeah. We're going to do this again next year. The same time, same station. Here's to everybody. Everybody.
All right.
Hey, drink up.
Cheers! Let's roll the Eagles!
Out here.
Everybody okay getting up. I looked at the scoreboard when we made the decision to go.
People that doubted us, all those people that counted us out, and everybody who said that we couldn't get it done. What my man Jay and John just said. Fuck you!
We are the champions, my friend.